Hey guys, it's your girl Bash. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm a YouTuber and a makeup artist based in Lagos, Nigeria. If you're a new subscriber, hi, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always supporting my video. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to properly layer your foundation to give you like a perfect flawless finish, how to avoid patches, how to avoid creases, how to avoid uneven blend. Just something to give you like a perfect seamless blend. And I'm also going to be teaching you how to apply your concealer perfectly to avoid creases, your under eye creasing, to avoid that as well, how to set and how to bake. If that seems like what you're interested in, please continue watching. So to avoid patches and to apply your foundation properly, you need a beauty sponge. A damp beauty sponge, please, not dripping. I've put it inside water. If you squeeze it, there is no water coming out. Honestly, it is damp. Or you can use a makeup brush. I have the White Glam Face Experts foundation brush in Y50. This is what it looks like. So guys, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the makeup sponge or do you prefer the makeup brush? Even if I use a brush, I'll still go over it with a makeup sponge. I don't know, for me personally, I feel like sponge gives this like luxurious finish, like, you know. Okay, do you know what, I'll do a brush for one side and I'll do a beauty sponge for the other side, so you can decide which one you're using or which one you prefer rather. If you're a beginner and you want to achieve a flawless base, instead of applying the whole foundation to your face straight up, you can actually like maybe do one side, then blend, and then do the other side so that it doesn't get dry. Depending on the foundation that you're using, some foundations dry out a little bit quickly more than the rest. Some stay, you can decide to use, you can apply some and then blend it out like 2-3 minutes later. Some you can't even wait for like a minute, 50 seconds, it has dried on your face. So depending on the foundation that you're using, you can blend as quickly or you can let it to set a little bit to give you more coverage. But if you're a beginner, I would advise you to blend out as you're applying so that it doesn't give you any harsh line. Everything is seamlessly blended. For this side, I would be using a beauty blender. So I have my mixing tray. I've mixed my foundation and I have a brush. Less is more. You don't need to apply all the foundation in the bottle. You can just apply like a little bit and then blend it out. And another thing, don't go in directly with the beauty sponge, you might get patches. So dip your beauty sponge into your mixing tray, the back of your palm, whatever it is you have a foundation on, dip it in so you can have products and then you can blend. To avoid creasing under your eyes, when you are applying your foundation, don't apply it directly under your eyes. You apply just your concealer. Using the White Glam brush to blend, tap a little, then blend. So this is what the brush and this is the beauty blender. Leave in the comment section which one do you prefer. I kind of like the brush. Remember, less is more. Don't use the whole one bottle. Just take a little bit, because the less you have on your face, the more you can control the blending. I actually do like the way the brush blended, but I would definitely go over it with my beauty sponge. I'm going to take the leftover products on the beauty sponge and then take it down to my neck. That is why it is always very good to know your exact shade and undertone when you're choosing your foundation, so that your neck and your face still maintain the same shade. Even though you apply your contour, your foundation and all of that, the neck still matches the face. So I'm just going to take what is left on my tray and on my beauty sponge and then take it down to my neck. So for my concealer, I'll be using the Younger Beauty Smooth Match Concealer in SMC3. To avoid creasing when you're blending out your concealer, make sure you know the consistency of the concealer product that you're using. For Younger Beauty, it doesn't really dry out quickly. You can leave it on for like 2-3 minutes. I have another concealer here, Blossom Makeup Super Matte Concealer. This concealer dries out a little more quickly than the Younger Beauty. That is rule number 1. Make sure you know the consistency of the concealer that you're using. You can actually ask, or you can try it on your face. Once it gets tacky, you can just like make a mental note of it in your head. Okay, I can leave this on for like 30 seconds and it's still good, or I can leave this on for like a minute and it's still good. So when you are applying concealer under your eyes, you don't need to apply like directly under your eye. You can give like a little space. One thing with applying less product is that you can easily control it. It doesn't get out of hand. It doesn't get all over the place. Always make sure you have like a little bit product so that when you go in directly, you don't create patches. And then when you blend on your jaw, you know there are harsh lines. You can just use that part that you used for your foundation and just like tap it in. And then when you're tapping, please don't tap like it's the cause of your problems. Tap gently, just like as if you're caressing it, just like a little bit. Don't pish, 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 pish. When you want to start blending under your eyes, you have to start from the outer corner and then blend your way in. Then you blend out this place to hide or to reduce the harsh lines. You still have that lifted effect, but everything is well blended. So now that I am done with the contour and the blush, I would want to set my under eyes, and I'll be using this palette, Patchy Creasing. Now, before you set your under eyes, you can decide to go in straight with setting powder or baking powder or whatever. But for me, I would highly advise you to like set with a powder first of all before you go ahead to bake. Tap, have it on my brush, then go back and blend my under eyes. Because I've had a lot of movements, I've looked down, I've contoured, I've turned around, there is a little bit crease under my eyes. So what would I do is I would take up my beauty blender, the parts that I use in highlighting my face, and then I'm going to blend it back. Because if you go right now to set, everything is going to cake, you understand? First of all, blend it, then lock that in with powder. Go right in with your powder and then set that. Make sure you like push it into the skin. Then I would also set the rest of my face. So for powder, I will be using the Top Face Skin Editor Matte Finishing Powder in the shade Golden Brown. This is what it looks like. This powder is my absolute favorite, so I would use it and set the rest of my face. So guys, I did my brows and stuff off camera. So for the setting and baking, I'll be using the Nuban Beauty Set Oil Control Setting Powder in the shade Sahara. To avoid creasing, when you tap, take out the excess on your palm, going with the rest. And another importance of setting or baking is basically, since I've done my skin work first, I need to do it so it can be able to catch out fallout from my eyeshadow. To do reverse contour, so yeah, I'll do my shadows and then I'll dust it up and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So guys, I'm done with my eyeshadow, just a basic brown shade look. So I'm going to dust off with the same brush that I used in setting my under eye. Because when you're dusting, you're not like just, you're like pushing it into the skin. But if you have like eyeshadow fallout, then you dust it out. But if there is no eyeshadow fallout, honestly, just like push it like into the skin gently. Then with my powder brush, I'll dust off the contour, the reverse contour that I did. So guys, that is how I achieved this flawless makeup. I hope you like that. When it comes to foundation and when it comes to makeup, there are certain rules that you have to like obey to arrive at a perfect result. That's not saying that there is one rule that fits everything, one size that fits, or no. There are many ways for you to achieve this, but the rules are still the same thing. You understand? It is still some basic rules. So if you follow these tips that I give you, I promise you your makeup is going to come out flawless. It's going to come out perfect. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.